we need to talk about war. Hey, not like that. Sorry, it's like this. I know the letters are bigger, but I promise it's less scary. WAR stands for wins above replacement, and although it's made its way to other sports, it originated in baseball. Its goal is to compare any given player to the league average, or replacement level player. There are two main ways WAR is calculated. Now, I understand that that's already confusing. Yes, the same stat is calculated in two different ways. Baseball stats are weird, and that's really all the information I can give there. Anyway, there's F-WAR, which, despite sounding like the most agreeable political stance ever, just means it was calculated by Fangraphs formula. Fangraphs is a baseball statistics organization, if that wasn't already obvious. The other is B-WAR, using Baseball References method. And here's how they're calculated. Got it? Cool, we're moving on. Okay, just kidding, but to be honest, each one of these things listed could be its own separate video. Obviously, some of the words are different, but even some of the same words use different stats to represent them. The main thing to know is that these are highly complex formulas. They're basically algorithms, not your traditional counting stat, and it's not easy to fully quantify what they mean. It does, however, measure any given player's full value. Kind of. Through almost 10% of the season so far, which granted is a small sample size, the position player F-WAR leaderboard goes from Yordan Alvarez at 1 to a tie between Andy Pages and Jordan Walker for 2nd. This definitely didn't change while I was making the video, and it definitely wasn't frustrating for me to update the slide. Anyway, in all fairness, Alvarez may be the best pure hitter in the sport, and Pages and Walker are no doubt seeing success early in the year, but you'd be hard-pressed to find someone who thinks these are the 3 best position players in baseball. Here's another example. Recently, Los Angeles Angels right fielder Jo Adell robbed 3 home runs in a 1-0 win against Seattle. This seems pretty cut and dry, right? No one's ever robbed 3 home runs in a game before, so a replacement level player couldn't do that. Took away 3 Mariners runs in a 1-run win, so, following natural logic, that should be 1 clean point to Adell's WAR, no? Well, no. For the season, Adell sits at 0.1 WAR so far. There's something you need to understand about WAR that we'll get to in a minute. First, here's the general context of what each level of WAR means. Obviously, the higher the better, although someone with a, say, 2.2 WAR isn't necessarily worse than someone with 2.3. Think of it more as a guideline than a gospel truth. It helps you, from a distance, understand the generally perceived quality of a given player. It's what separates the Heliot Ramoses from the Elly De La Cruzes from the Aaron Judges of the world, even if Judge didn't literally win the Yankees an exact 6.1 more games than De La Cruz would have. The main thing you need to understand about WAR, in my opinion, is that it doesn't really stand for wins above replacement. Sure, that's what the letters mean, but there's no real way to quantify what makes for a win. Baseball's far too weird for that. Stats exist because you can't watch every game. It's hard enough to sit down for half of one team's 162 games, let alone a full schedule for all 30. Instead of taking it literally, think of WAR as a barometer, a very general assessment of a player's quality. I personally think WAR is a misnomer, and I propose a new name. Player efficiency, ability, and caliber evaluation. Or for short, peace.